Okay, like I told you last time when I opened up these two packages I got, this is my favorite actress, Renee Jeanne Falconetti, or Jean, however you say it. Basically, I said she starred in one silent film, 1928's Passion Joan arc. Did a few, I guess, minor roles before then. I guess her first one was like in 1917, but she's mostly known as a theater actress. And so this is, I said, these are the ones I just had picked up. And this is everything else I got so far. So this is kind of my complete collection, you could say. First of all, let's start out with a couple. These aren't anything old. These are a couple just movie cards. Both are from France. I don't know, it's some kind of collectible. I think these are from like the 70s, maybe 80s. But basically, it's just a card about the movies. And it has the information on the back. Get a little close up on that if you really want to read it. But like I said, it's all in French. So this is... I didn't really start with these, but I kind of been thinking about making a display, and I thought these would be kind of good for it. But I'm not exactly sure, because I mean, it's kind of hard to display these types of things. But like I said, these are just like I said, a couple of movie cards. Like I said, I kind of like this one because it has the scenes from the movie itself. You can see just like I said, just a black and white silent film. And of the movie, like I said, I don't have much. What I do have is a few old French cinema magazines here. This one, she's just in the cover. Like I said, these are kind of interesting. It's just, like I said, these are just like French cinema magazines. These are both from 1928. So you can flip through them, and there's a bunch of old actors and actresses in them. And so they're kind of interesting to see, like some of the old scenery and some of the old pictures and... You know, like I said, these are nothing too extraordinary. I mean, you know, it's just newsprint. Probably just like a weekly kind of entertainment magazine that just talks about films and things. So that's one. And here's the other one. This one's in a little rougher shape, like I said. It's it does have Rudolph Valentino on it, which I thought was kind of cool. Try and flip through this one. I said, these pages are pretty crumbly, so you got to be kind of careful, which, of course, as I'm showing right now, I'm not doing a very good job of. There we go. But yeah, I mean, you can see like this stuff wasn't really meant to be archived anyway. So it's just like a cheap newsprint, newspaper type thing. But again, it has lots of different actors and actresses in it. Kind of fun to flip through and look at. Like I said, it makes things a bit more difficult if you don't read the language, but still, they're fun. I'm trying to find her page. It's John Barrymore. Like I said, I'm sure, like, you know, Josephine Baker. But here's her, and then in the corner here, it has another picture from the movie. I'll flip this up and show you. So... you can see here's the scene. And I won't go through the rest of it. But yeah, like I said, just a couple of interesting movies. And now these are some promotional cards I picked up. So you can see, just postcards. This one's an advertisement for Campari, which is still in the sleeve. Take it out. See if you can read that. Was that Campari Delicious Aperitif? I do believe that's what that says. And like I said, these are just simply postcards. I like this one a lot. I think it's an interesting picture. And so, again, just made in France. And then this one, which, again, just another postcard. But I just thought it was kind of interesting, the variations. And as I showed you before, you can see that with the cigarette card, it's the same picture as these two. So it's a pretty common publicity photo of hers. But I thought these were kind of nifty. And I'm trying to, you know, get all the different varieties of these there are. So it's not, you know, just all the same picture, but at least it'll be something different. Like if it's a cigarette card or just a movie card. And now the things that I really like. These are, these would be like the playbills, programs from her plays. And so I got a bunch of these here. Let's kind of flip through each one. So like I said, these are pretty cool. Again, these ones have a lot of good ads, and that's one of the things I like about it. And so like you can see actors and actresses. I haven't done a ton of research into these yet. I kind of need to. Because, you know, to see, I don't know if any of these are really famous plays or not, or if any of these are famous people, but here's another good photo of her right there. And most of the stuff, like I said, is from the 20s to 30s. During World War II, she moved eventually up to South America. I think she was going to Argentina. And then here's another, that's kind of a good ad. And that's where she died, just after the war ended. So it's kind of a tragic story, I guess. Yeah, supposedly she suffered from some mental illness, and then kind of, like I said, so she only lived to be, was it like 54, I think it was? But still, this is actually one of my favorite covers here of any of the ones I have. It's just, like I said, it's the samurai. And you see, this one's, again, there are some slightly different publicity photo. I mean, it's, you know, it's all stock headshots pretty much. But like I said, these are kind of interesting little things. I thought this is kind of cool too. You can see where there's either a change in casting or a mistake in printing, so they had to add this label in and change the names. So, and then again, like I really like these for like the car ads. Try and flip through some of these. So you can see, again, there's a lot of people here. There's another good one. Again, I'm not too familiar with most of the actors or actresses. It's not really my thing. Yeah, let's kind of flip through that one. And then, oops. Went to the wrong stack here. Here's my next one. So again, you see, same stock photo. And I think this one's got one of my favorite ads in it. I think it's this one. I like this one just because of that stylized car. Again, very like deco-y to me. Let's see what else we got in here. Looks like about it for this one. But yeah, like I said, it's most of these, which I find kind of interesting. You can pick them, like I got these from France, Italy, again, one from Argentina, which I thought was kind of interesting. This one, I won't share the whole thing. It's like the previous one I got, this one. It's just pretty much the script. But the thing I did like about this one, oops, again, kind of got to be a little careful here. Its cover's almost gone. Is that these are the photographs, it says, from the actual play. So, oops, get this a little better. Trying to keep it, what's left of it, intact. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that one. I said most of these I picked up anywhere from $10 to like $15 shipped, and again, that's worldwide. So, like I said, most of these, they aren't extraordinarily valuable, but just considering that, you know, they're from the 20s and 30s and went through the war, it's pretty fascinating. And this is my favorite one. I bought this one specifically because it is signed edition, or a copy. So I'll give you a nice close-up of that. Like I said, I think this is the one I think I paid the most for, and it was like 20 or 25. But it came with a couple other ones. I got a couple. They aren't of her, but there are a couple other signed albums. So like this one's got other autographs. Like this is M. Henry Bosque. And we got M. Cremer. I'm terrible at French, so. And like I said, I thought this was kind of cool. Again, it's no pictures, but it's electric automobile. Again, see Hotchkiss again. That was in the previous one. So yeah, it's kind of fascinating. Just, I mean, besides like the people and the actors, Buick. There you go. That's for all the Americans. So to me, it's just kind of fascinating to see just, again, all the ads and the illustrations from the period. Because like I said, Deco, in terms of advertisements and things, is probably my favorite. And one of the things I like to collect is old, anything advertising, really. Like I said, this is one you'll see a lot in these covers. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Like I said, her stuff is kind of hard to find, especially around her. You get a lot of, DVDs and things searching online. But, I mean, like I said, most of this stuff, like I said, is all pretty reasonably priced. None of it's extraordinarily rare. You can find, like, these are pretty common. That's the new one. These, I said, these are modern. Like I said, I think these are from the 70s, so these are easy. And then I've seen, again, a handful of these, but mostly they're going to be of, like, either this picture here, and this one I haven't really seen many other ones of. But, like I said, if you're interested, just go on eBay. You can search for Falconetti. Like I said, you're pretty much being only in competition with me because I don't think anybody else really collects this stuff. But anyway, like I said, watch the movie. It's one of my favorites. I don't even know how many times I've seen it. It's great. And if you like, silent movies, like old actresses, you can pick this stuff up. Like I said, $8, $10, 15. Like I said, at most 20. And you can have a nice, fun collection full of great old ads and just interesting bits of history. So that's it. Like I said, my little collection of the actress Falconetti. All right, thanks.